It's a cruel It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer, where you wrong. You're not the only one. It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer.
What is going on tonight, folks? It is the Creepy Kentuckian here. I usually pre-record these pickup haul videos, but tonight I'm not doing that. I figured, what the fuck? I can't get motivated enough to just, set a camera down and record. But I'm going to go all the way live. All the way live. Here on DEADPIT's YouTube page. Foz has got it, man. We got to do it live. So, it's probably not going to be as long as we normally do these streams or anything. But I figured, what the hell? Let's try this out. Do the July horror haul video live streaming it here on a Wednesday night. I'm sure there are some people watching there's Love Island on right now. My wife has that on in the other room. There's also some people watching All Elite Wrestling. Aaron Fry is in here. Suckle my buckle, he says. No, I'll pass on that. Anthony, what's up, brother? Yeah, I know I mentioned Love Island just came on, but that might be a different demographic. But kind of doing this on the fly here. I got my peach flavored drink. Beyond the Realms is watching AEW and the Creepy Kentuckian's Horror Hauls video. The good thing about Love Island is, I think she said it was ending in a week or so, maybe. So, that is positive. Love Island, for those that don't know, it's this show that is literally on every day of the week. And it's like I don't know how to even describe it. It's just really bad. Well, it's not my sort of thing. Some women may like it. But so, I've got way too many movies over the last month and a half or so. I haven't watched hardly any of them, believe it or not. It's pretty bad, but I'm going to play catch up here in September and October. Plan is to watch at least one or two a day and catch up. So, There's a chance Tony Moran will pop in here. Falls Rotten, is it like Fuckboy Island? Kind of. It's kind of like that, actually. Beyond the Realms, we all do have I'll Get to It stack. And this is going to add to it. So there were a lot of sales over the last month or so. I did not participate in the Camp Arrow video sale. I did get in on the 101 film sale, which I thought was pretty good. There weren't too many things that I needed from Arrow, but I think I'd only had one other 101 Films title, so I figured that I would order some stuff from them. Ordered Synapse stuff, the Severin Film stuff was this past month, and just some random stuff from the Goodwill as well. So we're going to kick it off to the Goodwill stuff that I picked up, which is only a couple of movies. Goodwill in Prestonsburg now, and in pretty much all of Kentucky, or most of the stores that I've been in, their VHS, DVD, and Blu-rays are all $1. So when it comes to these franchise titles like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, now I want to be honest, I'm not in any hurry to watch this, but I think it's Rise of Planet of the Apes, which I kind of liked. I thought that one was okay. So if you've got Rise, then you've got to have Dawn, and it was only $1. So if anybody has any thoughts and opinions on Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, holler at your boy. But yeah, this has got the Blu-ray and the Blu-ray 3D. JW, if you're still in here. So I'll let you check the Blu-ray 3D out sometime if you want. I'm sure it looks awesome. Criterion, yeah, Beyond the Realms. I did see where there was some announcements. I think Citizen Kane was the big one that's coming out in 4K. I didn't really catch the other ones, but there you go. A lot of people were complaining that Criterion was, and they are late to the 4K game, really. I think when you've got Severin Films and people like that doing 4Ks, yeah, something needs to happen, baby. My wife picked this one up. I don't know anything about this at all. It's a Disney film. It doesn't have a code in it. I was going to give it to somebody out there. It is the Secret Life of Timmy Green, or Timothy Green, or something like that. So that was $1. And I got to be honest with you, I think if it were me, I'd probably leave it there. But it's a Disney movie. Sarah's big into the Disney and animated and stuff like that. At least she's big into buying them. Let's see here. John Cressup, War of the Planet of the Apes is good too. Yeah, I've lost track of how many of those Planet of the Apes movies they've done. I just don't know. I have no idea. They've done quite a few. I mean, they did like how many in the original run, and then, what is it, 3 or 4 in the new age Planet of the Apes movies. And that's not even counting the one that Tim Burton did. That was pretty horrible. But anyway, yeah, the Secret Life of the camera that's glaring like crazy, baby, of Timothy Green. It's perfect entertainment for the whole family. That's just what I like. Let's see, what else do I have here? Let's go through the Severin Films movies. I didn't really get a whole lot because I didn't think the sale was that great. But I got 3. Jordan, we did not pick that one up for you. I'll let you borrow it, though, if you really want to see it. But I think you've got Disney Plus, so you can check it out on there. Going through these. This is one that I've been meaning to get for a while. It's just a fucking, like, awful movie, but it's fun. We did a commentary over this a few years ago. Burial Ground, Night of Terror. Mama. This is the movie, too, where Peter Bark there, the little guy, right? He is playing the young boy. He's not a young boy. He was a little person. Or as they said back in 1981 or whenever this came out, he was a midget. But he was playing a kid, right? And that's just one of the many bizarre things about Burial Ground, A Night of Terror. But I'm sure it's going to look as good as it'll ever look. I had this Freak Show DVD from like 20 years ago. So I was like, I'll pick this up. I think it was like $16 or $17. And it had the flippity dibbity dibbity. Everything's on Disney Plus, of course. Botroche La Ville. I'm surprised Criterion decided to go 4K. That format hasn't taken off, and their Blu-ray still sell. I mean, it depends on the way you look at it as far as the format goes. The 4K format is essentially a boutique format. So it's designed for hardcore movie nerds, basically. So that's the people that buy Criterion. Now, the people that go in the store and want to get the newest Fast and the Furious movie, they're probably fine getting the DVD because they're fucking dumb. I mean, no offense if any. I don't mind the Fast and the Furious movies either. I'm just giving you an example there. But Troche la Ville. Yeah, Criterion needed to. I mean, just you can do the 4K Blu-ray combos. What's the price like on those pre-orders for the ones they announced, or are the pre-orders open yet? Pop's Movie Dungeon, what's up, man? Oh, that sucks. Beyond the Realms, my Severin Black Friday package got lost in the mail. Never had that happen before, but I got a refund at least. I'd love to get that Burial Ground release. Yeah, oddly enough, there was not many titles that I really wanted like, a lot of people were really hopping up Blood for Dracula, and that just doesn't look like my sort of thing. I may get it if the price drops, but I've heard from a few people that you want to steer clear from that movie, but that's just me. Yeah, the crest up the scene in Burial Ground. Now this one is one that I added to the Vincent Dawn, aka Bruno Mattei collection. This is Robo War, which Vincent Dawn, Bruno Mattei, William Caudle, or whatever the fuck. I mean, he's got all kinds of different names. But yeah, I think this is the Predator knockoff that he did. And I was watching the trailers. I did this for a few days to try to pick out a couple of movies I wanted to get. So this looked fun. It was between this one or Shocking Dark, which is the Terminator 2 ripoff that he did. But yeah, this one is Robo War. It's limited to 3,000 units, and it has the soundtrack included with Al Festa. So yeah, I've opened this and looked at it, but I have not watched it yet. Any thoughts on Robo War by Vincent Dawn? Okay, Satan Payne. He's going through all of the Planet of the Apes. Let's see, Planet of the Apes 68, Beneath Planet of the Apes 1970, Escape from Planet of the Apes 1971, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes 1972, Battle for the Planet of the Apes 1973. And they had the Planet of the Apes TV series. You can't forget about that. The Donnie Wahlberg Planet of the Apes that I mentioned. There's a lot of ape goodness going on. I think I have almost all of the Planet of the Apes original. I think I have all those on Blu-ray. Target or one of those websites like that had them for like $5 a piece years and years ago. And I do have the Cornelius head that has all of them. I think it has all the TV series and everything in it. So I like the original Planet of the Apes movie's freaking killer. I love that movie. But the other ones, I mean, it's kind of hard to remember what's what. The newest Voodoo digital movie is a movie called Luca. It's another Disney movie. S'mores indoors, what's going on? Beyond the Realms, no pre-orders yet. They're supposed to do an announcement on the details in the coming months, but Citizen Kane is the first release in November. Oddly enough, I didn't get Citizen Kane on Blu-ray. I've got it on DVD. I think Warner Brothers did like I don't know what it was at the time, like a 60th anniversary of it or something. I've got that one. But, yeah, I may get that at some point. Joe Bob, what's going on, brother? I have it on 4K. No, sir, I didn't get Luca. I talked her out of that one. So, anyway, Robo War. Oh, you mean it's in 4K on Vudu? I got you. This other one here is a high recommendation for me. I have 2 different versions of this on Blu-ray, and this is just like a crazy, crazy movie that for years, I think Garrett and I have the same kind of story. I could always kind of remember it was something with peanut butter in the title, but come the when I was 17, 18 years old, I finally Googled it or Yahooed it or whatever you did back then to discover that the name of the movie was The Peanut Butter Solution. And since then, I'd had it on VHS. I don't think it ever had an official DVD, but Canadian company did this one a few years ago, and Severin launched their Severin Kids label. And I don't know if they've ever released another, I don't know. But Peanut Butter Solution is a very weird movie. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. As far as just weird, it's a Canadian film. Canadians are kind of weird anyway. No offense. I've always got along with Canadians. Creepy and weird kind of go together, I guess. But Peanut Butter Solution, high recommendation, baby. And this one has got some extras and stuff on it, including, you can take a freeze frame of this, the actual ingredients to the peanut butter solution, if you can see that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's too blurry. One scene in this where the little boy, let's see here, the little Asian kid that's right there, puts the peanut butter solution where? Down there, and grows pubes all the way down to his ankles. And this is a kid. So that's just one of the many weird things. And like the main lead growing hair at a rapid rate on his head because of the peanut butter solution. And he is kidnapped by these guys that own a paintbrush factory. I'm not making this up. This is in the peanut butter solution. All right. I got this one from Walmart's. I'm getting the rest, all these when they come out. I'm even going to get Dementia 13 just because they're fairly priced. I really like all the additions they've done so far. This isn't the best movie. It's kind of cool. It's got a cool soundtrack. Sherilyn Fenn is in it with Charlie Sheen's the main star. The Wraith. It's been a long time since I've seen this one. Michael Slipcase Felcher, good buddy, Slibbity-dibbity-doo, worked on the extras on this, so, yeah. The Wraith. I thought this one would be, I think it's got a lot of, like, popular bands in the soundtrack. This would have been cool and have the soundtrack on CD. Beyond the Realms, dude, you have to see the peanut butter solution. You will love it. Darcy the Mail Girl found a tape of the uncut 111-minute version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Oh, hell yeah. Betrothed Leville. I am broadcasting on, it's a simulcast on the Dead Twitch. That's twitch.tv into the Dead Pit. I don't know how they, and then Periscope, which evidently is on Twitter. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at DeadPit. That's real easy to remember. But yeah, I'm trying Periscope out because I don't know what the fuck that is. But I heard that you can do it on here. Jordan, we're going on vacation here. So I can take some of these movies and watch them in the evening. So I've got a small Blu-ray player I can bring along, actually. So that's a good idea. Well, if they're ending it, I'm somehow broadcasting on it. So maybe it's not over yet. Peanut butter solution is essential viewing. So, all right, continuing on here. This is another one that's that Sarah picked up. It's a 4K Steelbook edition of a movie that I'm honestly not a huge fan of this, but I'll watch it again. I don't know how good it's going to look in 4K. No idea. But that is Space Jam, right? This is the Best Buy Steelbook one that was way overpriced. We've got a ton of these Steelbook 4Ks from Best Buy. But yeah, the new Space Jam with LeBron James, who there's not too many people that like LeBron James. That's the difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Michael Jordan was kind of beloved. I didn't like him. I was more of I kind of followed like, around this time frame, the Orlando Magic back in the day. Anyway, though, it's kind of a classic movie, I guess Space Jam is, you would say. We'll watch it maybe at some point, but I'm not watching it on my own. I'm not volunteering to put it on there. Is that how you pronounce it? Awesome. We can hook it to the van, yes. Okay. This is one that Garrett, buddy of mine, sent over of unknown origin. It's an old school snapper case. This one came out in what year was this? 1983. Peter Weller, RoboCop, is in it. I have never watched this movie, but he highly recommended it, and so yeah, I will check it out. Also has, who else is in it? Anybody else I know? Shannon Tweed is in this. I had many memorable nights with Shannon Tweed on Skinamax back in the early 90s. That's all I'll say. But yeah, this is one of those old school, some of you younger folk may not even remember, these DVD cases sucked ass. Always hated them. Oh, let's see, what else we got here? I'm probably missing a couple, actually, now that I think about it. I'll get to them next month. I got enough shit to talk about here. Synapse Films, we did the interview with Dogma Jr. A few weeks back, and I wanted to show him some support, and I was going to get this anyway. This is the Massacre at Central High. I cannot turn the case around because it's vulgar. Right. Falls Rotten says RoboCop versus a rat. Awesome. I have to see that one. So, what Synapse does with their releases, it's a slip case, okay? Slip case. And there is a steelbook in the freaking slip case, okay? So, nerds, So, Uncle Bill said this movie's really good. I think Garrett really liked it as well. So, Massacre at Central High from Synapse Films. Speaking of which, what was the dude's name? We were just talking about Shannon Tweed. Andrew Stevens, who was the lucky man that got to make a lot of movies with Shannon Tweed back in the Skinamax days. He is in this as a young guy. This was made in the late 70s, this movie was. Was never released on DVD or anything. It went straight to Blu-ray from VHS. Sleepy sent me this one. What sucks is I paid $50 to Sleepy, which is a pretty good price for this. Just last week, this fucking thing was in FYE with the slipcover for $38. I think it was $38, which is kind of high too, but this is out of print. This, with the Sleepy to do. And I have always had like a fond appreciation, fond memory of seeing this in the theater when I was a young kid. A lot of people rag on this movie, and this is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. It's not the best movie. Ken Wiederhorn directed this one. Also directed King Frat. That's weird. Same guy directed King Frat, made this. It's goofy, but it's fun. It's got a lot of the same cast from the original Return of the Living Dead in it. And I'm looking forward to watching this one this fall. So, the little boy right there was also in the Blob remake. I can't remember his name, but there's a lot of people that were in this one that was in a ton of horror movies in the 80s. I think Suzanne Snyder. Yep, Suzanne Snyder's in this. She was in Killer Clowns from Outer Space as well. There's a lot of extras on it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm glad I just got this. I was thinking about buying the other one to resell it, but it wouldn't make much sense. I mean, it doesn't go for $100 or anything, but anyway, Return of the Living Dead 2. Society. Brian Yuzna movie. I got this dirt cheap because the Steelbook's kind of jacked up. You see it there? I had it on DVD. It was like $8 or something like that. It's not the best movie ever, but it's fuck it. Brian Yuzna. Yep. Looney Tunes back in action. Lord have mercy. I'm about to get into my 101 Films movies, and I got a bunch of those. Damn, I did get a bunch of 101 Film stuff. I want to finish it off, though, with Acorn Entertainment sent this one. I've got a review for this coming. It's The Dark and the Wicked. Shudder. It's a Shudder original. It's really freaking good. It's creepy. It's the same guy, oddly enough, that did The Strangers, Brian Bertino. It's kind of like a satanic possession type deal at a farmhouse, secluded farmhouse. Visually reminded me of Evil Dead, and yeah, it's pretty good. I'll say that. But I got a review coming. Probably, I already did it, so it's probably tomorrow or. This is one I ultimately got for free. Robert Englund is in this one, and this is a film by Dwight Little, who also did Halloween 4. I think he did Halloween 4. It's kind of a staple from the video store era. See if you guys remember this one. Phantom of the Opera. See, Robert Englund, he was Freddy. But now, he's Phantom of the Opera. So, I bought 2 of these. This was out of print for a while. There were pre-orders of this that come back up that were $13 a piece. I bought 2 of them just thinking they were canceling them out. But they went back into print, okay? So I got 2. So the day that I got those in, I put one of them up for $30 on eBay, and it sold almost immediately. So some people still thought this was out of print, evidently. It's not. You can get it everywhere now. Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. That one is coming out. I think that's an October title for Arrow. It's not a very good movie at all, but I think I'm pretty sure Arrow was the ones that was supposed to be working on that. I was hoping it was Adventures of Ford Fairlane, Robert Englund dressed like Rob Halford fighting Andrew Dice Clay. Now that's a movie. Alright, Sarah got... There's more Steelbooks here. There's lots of Steelbook action. So, are y'all a fan of Steelbooks? Now this one here is one of my favorites. The style of this movie, the marketing behind it, is a huge inspiration for our website, and all of our stuff was in black and green, right? Because in 2005, when we originally started recording podcasts, or radio shows is what we called them back then, almost all of the websites had a black and red and white color scheme. Every one of them. All of them did. So I told Uncle Bill, Aaron T. Fry, here's what we need to do. You like that movie Reanimator, don't you? So DEADPIT's colors were always and will always be black and green. Thanks to this movie right here. You can't see this well, but this is an FYE exclusive steelbook. It's long out of prints. I paid not $39.99, but like 10% off of that. It's still kind of high. This thing goes for like $80 on eBay. And I thought it was so cool, I just freaking got it to keep. But this one's loaded with special features. It's 4K remaster. I'm almost positive if Arrow still owns the rights to this, they're going to do a 4K of it. But I'm happy with this one. This is another one I need to introduce my wife to and traumatize her. Not really a scary movie at all. It's fun and overly gory. Jeffrey Combs does a great job in it. Here's a little secret. He's one we're really going after to do a live stream interview. I don't know if it'll happen, but, you know, he's one that we really want. So we'll just have to see. Reanimator. This is another one Sarah got. This is the last steelbook, I think. And this is one that actually I wanted it to. This movie sucks. It's not the best, but it's part of my childhood. It's fun. Like I said, it's stupid. But man, I saw this in the Best Buy and I was like, there's no way I'm not grabbing this damn thing. And that is Howard the Duck, the Best Buy. Well, you can see it because it's stupid glare. The Best Buy Steelbook edition, limited edition. There were 2 that I was looking for that day, and if any of you guys see the Almost Famous Steelbook 4K, let me know, because I need it. Yeah, but this one, I love the artwork on this one, and I think Garrett was showing this off in his video too. So, and I only own this one on DVD, I think. Didn't have it on Blu-ray, or of course 4K just came out. Let's see here. Betrothje Level. When is Scream Factory going to release the rest of John Carpenter's films out in those cool steelbooks? I'm sure they will at some point. Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah, Joe Bob's he's made a comeback, though. He's come a long way from seeing him just wander around aimlessly at horror conventions and stuff. Movie Maniac, 1981. Hey, CK, are you going to get the Friday the 13th Steelbook collection that's coming out? No. I've been getting the individual Steelbooks. I hope they continue with those that have the original poster art on it and all that. I've been getting those, but I wish Paramount would have done like a set of the first 4 in 4K. That would have been cool. Anyway, the rest of this stuff, let me double check here. Yeah, the rest of this stuff is all stuff from the UK. Charles from the UK hooked me up with this one. These ones. And these are a total of, 8 movies. A lot of these I've seen numerous times. Oddly enough, even though a Ghoulie is part of some of our new logos and stuff, I had only had the Ghoulies movies on DVD. It's the old school double feature DVD from, I think MGM come out with it probably 20 years ago. And the Blu-ray that came out from Scream Factory's long out of print and going for more money than I want to put on it. 101 Films had these for essentially like $9, including the shipping on it. So I decided to go for it and grab these. Both of these are part of the Cult Classics collection from 101 Films. The original Ghoulies, which is, it's kind of goofy, but it does have some, I guess, serious stuff throughout it. Mariska Hargitay was in this when she was really young. It's fun. It all takes place in like an old castle or something. It's been a little while since I've seen it, but yeah, it's not too bad. My favorite Ghoulies movie of all time, though, is Ghoulies 2. Now, this is when the Ghoulies hit their stride. Like, I think most of this takes place at Carnival, if I'm not mistaken. And these are perfect for live commentaries. I don't know, it's really enjoyable. I don't think any company has done part 3 yet. That one's kind of fun too. So yeah, Ghoulies 2. I don't know what the transfers look like on these, but yeah, for those that are wondering, you do have to have a region-free Blu-ray player, I think, to play all these. There might be some of them that's region 0, but I think most of them are region B. That Horror Critic. Hey CK, I am a $10 patron on y'all's Patreon. I was wondering if you knew when the next roundtable with Patreon participation. First of all, I appreciate your patronism. You being a Patreon for sure. Patron. I need to get the verbiage right on that shit. We normally do those the last week of the month. I'm going on vacation the last week of the month, so if we do one this month, which I want to do them every month, we'll let you know like a couple of days ahead of time. We don't plan anything out in that long of a length ahead of time, unfortunately. But the Patreon roundtables are probably the most fun that we have as far as doing the live shows and stuff, because it's just random. And we don't know who's going to show up. So, yeah, we will let you know. Foz is asking about the Screaming Till You Like It. music video. Buddy, to be honest with you, it does not say anything about any special features on it. Let me look on the other one and see. Okay. So they're literally Jack and shit, and Jack left town for extras on this one. So that's unfortunate. Justin Toner is talking about the Dead Zone from Scream Factory. I'm sure the transfer looks awesome on that. But yeah, I don't have that one yet. I'm kind of waiting around until Scream Factory. Not really spending much. I don't know, you guys are finding that hard to believe from seeing all this shit that I got last month. But this month I've kind of slowed down quite a bit. Like I said, going on vacation here towards the end of the month. And there's not really any sales, thankfully, going on yet. Justin Toner. But Roland666 says Ghoulies 3 is with Vestra. Yeah, I mean, I didn't talk about that. I was just saying it's not out on Blu-ray. I think that they had it out on a DVD multi-pack. What's up, Garrett? Yeah, this is inevitably going to be a little bit longer because I'm not editing it. You know, that's the thing. I didn't want to fool with it. And I was like, I'll go live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Okay. Like my buddy Bill O'Reilly said back when he was on TV. Next one up here is, I was really impressed with this. I've got, my buddy Chris V hooked me up with, the limited edition Silent Night, Deadly Night box set that 101 did. But I picked this one up just because I've heard good things. I think Garrett, Born to be Rad, mentioned that this is a solid movie. And if I've seen this, I do not remember it at all. And that is the New Kids. I'm really impressed with the packaging on this. Garrett, check it out if you're still in here, if you can see it. My camera's not. So, it's similar to, it's a little bit smaller than the limited edition ones from Arrow, I think. This one is. But, Lori Loughlin is in this before she went to prison. So, I will check that one out too. At some points. This movie I've seen I've seen a million times, probably. I love this movie. Colin, the Dead Pit merchandise, which includes, this is a C-Case VHS stack t-shirt, right? I'm thinking we're going to have that site on the 1st of September. I think that's the date. Or maybe on Labor Day. With some new shirt designs. Including the Ghoulie shirt. He's not a Ghoulie though. We call him Merle. But yeah, that stuff's coming out. I'm working on a couple more designs. There's some cool ideas on there. Stuff that's related to, if you're a fan of the show, you'll get it. So, but, excuse me. Alright, let's go here, boys. I've seen this movie a gazillion times. I don't think it's ever come out on Blu-ray over here in the United States. Correct me if it did. This is, I don't know what you'd call this, like an action drama type movie called Toy Soldiers. Right? You got Sean Astin, Keith Coogan's in this, Andrew Devoff is a bad guy in it, Will Wheaton's in it. Who else? There's a bunch of people in it. The old man from Indiana Jones is in it. This is a fun one where the toy soldiers there, they're supposed to be troublemakers in school. And then terrorists kind of take over the school, So it's up to the troublemakers to kind of save everybody from terror. This one came out in the early 90s, 91 or so. And did this ever come out over here in the U.S.? I don't think I've ever seen it, if it has. I don't even remember it. I didn't have it on DVD even. So this one was crazy cheap. I picked it up. I don't know. This one doesn't have any special features either. So hopefully the transfer's pretty good on it. Let's see here. Falls rotten. I need that shirt. Thank you, brother. There's some cool. I've got some ideas too. I know a thing or two about thing or two. I got friends in this town. They tell me things. But excited about that new Scream 4K Steelbook. If it's cheap enough, I'll get it. But I don't really watch those movies I like them. I do like the first couple of Scream movies. Just not, I don't rewatch them that much. Continuing onward here. Brian Bosworth is stone cold. Now, boys, if y'all haven't seen this movie, you need to do yourself a favor and go out and buy it right now. If you like cheesy action movies, this is one of the best. The cast in this is badass. You got Lance Hendrickson, William Forsythe, the Boz, who only really did a couple of good movies, but this is a classic. Okay? So, yeah, if you have not seen Stone Cold, I don't want to give it away for you or anything, but it's kind of like Bosworth is kind of a cop, undercover cop that goes inside this badass biker gang to try to get information and raise all kinds of hell. And this is another one too that I think I had this on DVD, but I don't remember it coming to Blu-ray here in the United States. But 101 Films thankfully has this one out, and this one also has no features on it. Maybe that's a running thing with 101 Films. They don't do many special features. Roland 666, we did talk about the 4Ks from Criterion. You've got them all listed on here, though. We'll go over them. Citizen Kane, which I talked about earlier. Menace 1-1 Society, which is a pretty good movie. The Piano, Mulholland Drive, The Red Shoes, and Hard Day's Night. So it's overall kind of a solid lineup there, I would say. Menace 1-1 Society. That doesn't really seem like a Criterion movie, but whatever. It's a good movie. Yeah, talking about the toy soldiers, it's kind of like Die Hard in the prep school. Yep, you got it. Yeah, that is the Scream. It's the uncut edition of Scream. So that's interesting that one has never come out on anything, but I think it was on VHS and Laserdisc. It's been a while, Justin, since I've seen Stone Cold as well. My buddy, the Strange Tennessean, is here, my neighbor down south. What's going on, man? Okay, so Stone Cold does have an American Blu-ray. Yeah, that's odd because I'd never seen it before. Ken Carlson, what's up, man? Menace 1-1 Society on Laserdisc. I've got that on DVD, or no, on Blu-ray, I think. I think that's one of them that's we got sent to review, oddly enough. Like back then, we would get sent a lot of non-genre stuff to review too. I think we reviewed that one on the show. I have to go back and look at that, but that is kind of weird. As far as special features on the Scream 4K, I have not paid close attention to that. Are you guys excited about Deadly Friend coming out, and Killer Party. I was just thinking about Killer Party the other day because Warner Archive brought the DVD of that out, but they never did do a Blu-ray until now. Justin Bean, I talked to him briefly today because we want to have him back on the show. Justin Beam. I think I called him Bean. Hello, I'm Justin Bean. He's done a lot of the extras on Killer Party that they haven't announced yet, and he said that there's more stuff that he is working on that the movies themselves have not been announced yet, and they're coming before Halloween. So odds are this is more stuff from Scream Factory. Could it be the Elm Street set? Who's to say? Tom Atkins. Garrett was asking about this one. I don't know if he's still in here, but we talked about this movie numerous times on the show. Right? Going in a movie theater back in, what year did this come out? 1973. And say, yes, sir, I would like 2 tickets for... So this was another 101 Films release. And this one was crazy cheap. Okay. I don't have high hopes for it. Garrett says it's not bad. So I will check it out at some point. On Blu-ray disc, baby. Anybody likes. This is one that I've been wanting to watch this movie again for the longest time. It's a Stuart Gordon movie from 80. What year was this? 86. Yeah, 86. Charlie Band had his hand in this one, of course. It's Dolls, and Scream Factory did a Dolls Blu-ray. But it's out of print. It goes for way too much money, so I grabbed this one at a very cheap price. And this is one that we are watching in Rocktober this year. I don't remember this movie being great or anything, but I do remember liking it. And Stuart Gordon, R.I.P. brother. We interviewed him on the show years and years ago. Good guy. Also, Reanimator. I had, of course, the Stuart Gordon movie too. Dolls. So, I got one more on here, and then we'll bullshit for a minute, and we'll get going. Because I don't normally do these by myself. It's not very easy, to be honest with you. It basically feels like you're talking to yourself. So I don't like that. They put me away in a padded room somewhere. But I appreciate all you guys sticking in here with me, and I've had a pretty good amount of viewers, and I don't know if we've had anybody from Periscope watch us. Jordan said that Periscope doesn't exist anymore. So maybe that's why nobody from Periscope was watching us. Last one. It's another Scream Factory edition that was out of print. No, wait. This one's not out of print. I don't think it's out of print. I think I just got it because it's cheap. It's a pretty sweet anthology movie. And it's been a while since I've seen it. It's from 1983. Another one. Nightmares. I think Lance Henriksen's in this one again. Lance Henriksen's been in a lot of movies. Emilio Estevez is in an episode. Lance Henriksen is in an episode. Veronica Cartwright. Yeah, this is an underrated one, I think. So, if you guys have not seen this one, you'll want to check it out. Nightmares. It's good. Yeah. Justin, I would recommend it. This is one that Anchor Bay had out on DVD. I was lucky enough to pick it up when it was out of print on DVD, and we watched it, enjoyed it, and all that. So, that is all of the movies that I picked up. There's you a quick glimpse again of, that's one handful. There's something bad wrong with me. There's some more. So, hope you guys enjoyed. And what we got here? I'll stick around here for a minute. Ken Carlson, CK talked me out of not spending $90 on eBay for License to Drive. It's a Fox/Disney movie, and it may not come back into print. Ken, if you wait long enough, you will find License to Drive at a cheaper price. You just have to wait. Put it in your saved listings. I have License to Drive on Blu-ray. I'm not getting rid of it, though. I love that movie. I'm a big Billy Ocean fan from way back. And, 20-year-old Heather Graham, or however old she was in that movie. I think she was over 18. But yeah, just wait. You'll find some dumbass will list it for $10 or $15 and not knowing what it is. So, and that's when you buy it. Don't get it at $90. And here's the thing. That movie will be back out. I don't know how. I don't know if Disney will start licensing this stuff out again or what, but that'll be back out. I really do believe that. That is a great movie, though. Stone Cold, Falls Rotten says, is top 5 Lance Henriksen performance. So good. Lance Henriksen is an awesome actor, too. He's been in all kinds of he's done a great job in all kinds of movies. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. No one has done a special edition 4K of The Wicker Man yet. I would imagine that would be one that I can see our buddies at Arrow picking that one up. Justin Toner says, I love Lance's performance in Hard Target. That's coming in 4K. That one is coming. Oh, cool. It's been a while since I'd seen that movie. No way. Hard Target. Who's in Hard Target? I think I'm thinking of. Is it a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? Because a lot of, I don't know. Y'all fill me in, baby. Have you seen The Boys Next Door with Charlie Sheen? No, I was talking to somebody about that movie, though. Born to Be Rad. I'll tell you another one that's out of print that goes for crazy money, too, is Dogma on Blu-ray, which I actually have. I'm not even a big fan of that movie, to be honest with you. I would sell it to somebody, but I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for it on eBay, like pay the 30%. Boys, look what we got. Yeah, you know what that means, don't you?
Get 20, fucker! Give it! 20! Give it! $20! Give me $20 or I'm gonna shit!
So, thank you, Ken Carlson, for the super chat. Let's see. James Hester is asking about the Synapse Blu-ray of Suspiria. It's a weird one because if you've got the Blu-ray, you're asking about the 4K. You already have the Blu-ray. So I have the Blu-ray as well, and I've been debating for a while on upgrading. Uncle Bill puts that 4K over like it is the best 4K that there's ever been. And I'm sure it is because Dogma Jr., it's his company that's doing it. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. I've been thinking about the same thing. I know you can, the Steelbook of Suspiria is out of print. So you can sell it and use that money to buy the 4K, but the packaging in the 4K is not as cool. Yeah, but la veille. Near Dark. Yeah, the thing is, when something goes out of print, it's always going to come back into print. At some point in time it will. I don't know how, but it's not like 50 years from now you're not going to be able to find Return of the Living Dead or License to Drive or Dogma or any of those movies. Ken, some geek room life advice. Always wait, never pay that. I found a poster I've been looking for 8 years for $40 today versus hundreds it sits for. What poster was that, man? Curious. I'm not in the poster game anymore. Okay, so we were asking Hard Target, right? Hard Target, was that the Van Damme movie that had Wilford Brimley in it too? Or was that another one? Because that's the one that I thought of immediately. But that could be called something similar. See what I'm saying? Near Dark in 4K will look cool. And I'm sure it'll have better artwork than that one that Lionsgate come out with. Zombie Collector. Are you showing up to Fright Night? Which will be there on Saturday. Saturday evening through Saturday nights. And yeah, if you'll buy us a Crave case, by God, we'll go through them. And I promise you that I will not stick one of them in my crack. What's the deal with Dogma, though? Is it just the Harvey Weinstein thing, or what? I don't know why. It seems like that movie was pretty easy to find for a long time. Boy, yeah, it sounds like something I would kind of like. Boys Next Door. Super Chat. Yeah, I don't have my speakers on, so it may have been louder than normal. Sorry about that. Harvey Weinstein owns the rights to Dogma and wants to do a sequel, and that's why the Blu-rays... Is that a print? Harvey Weinstein's in prison. How's he going to do a sequel? Colin, who's to say? There may already be a Sonny Landham DEADPIT shirt in the works. You'll just have to wait and see. Playa. Okay, so that is the one that I kind of remembered. Wilford Brimley was in it. Are you talking about the Alone in the Dark one that's got the dude standing, you can see the dude's ass and he's holding an axe? That's a pretty good poster there. I haven't compared the Friday the 13th 4Ks to the older Blu-rays, but I'd be willing to bet that there's not that big of a difference in any of them. I mean, it's just my opinion. But they say it's the first 4 is remastered. That 5... is it Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell's got 2K remasters. And then the other ones are all the same. I'm pretty sure they even said that. Boys Next Door is Anchor Bay. So Anchor Bay did an old school DVD of that. That might be a good one. What? Okay. God bless America. Peter Jackson is doing a second director's cut on the 6 Hobbit movies, which I guess you're talking about the 3 Hobbit movies and the 3 Lord of the Rings movies, coming in November in 4K. So are they going to be even longer? Jesus Christ. You know, I like the Lord of the Rings movies. I couldn't get into the Hobbit movies. I like the Lord of the Rings movies, but they're so damn long that I never want to go back and rewatch them. You have to invest like a whole weekend. The Sonny Landham versus Ass Steelbook is coming. It's forthcoming with extras to be announced at a future date. But yeah, you're talking about Peter Jackson movies. From what I understand, Dead Alive, Brain Dead, Meet the Feebles, all that, he owns those now outright. So whoever releases those have to go through OPJ first. Zombie Collector, I will be there, myself, Uncle Bill, and Captain B Plan. On Saturday night, we are doing a live commentary on the Mexican horror classic, baby. Don't panic. If you haven't seen it, you better go see it, because it's perfect for a live commentary. I did watch the first couple. I thought they looked really good in 4K, the Friday the 13th movies. Part 3. The thing about Part 3 is they did that in real 3D. So I'm just not expecting that one to ever really look that great in 2D. S'mores indoors. I know several people who think the transfers on 1 through 4 are better on the 10 set. It's talking about Friday the 13th again. I've yet to check those out myself. I've still got both sets. I'm just nerdy that way. I'll hang on to them. Magic Spells, coming from West Virginia. Hope says, I'm going to try to make Fright Night to meet y'all. That'll be cool, man. This is the first convention we've done in like 6 years. So we're not setting a table up. I don't think that's the plan. But we will be there to hang out. We're going to do interviews and stuff like that, along with that screening. But if there's anything in particular that anybody wants to pick up, let me know. And if I've got it, I'll bring it, and you can get it at a discounted rate. I used to sell t-shirts for like $20. If I've got it, I'll sell you the t-shirts for $10 all day long. Roland 666. Yeah, he's going to, I don't know. Dogma's going to come out again, though. So I'm not even a big fan of Dogma, really. I mean, as far as Kevin Smith movies go, so I may sell it. If somebody here wants to buy it, send me a message. The remasters of, this is from Buttrot-Gillavale. The remasters of Friday 1 through 4, Scream Factory set his opinion, or her opinion. I think it's a guy, because we only have like 0.22% females check us out. Said, look, all it looks like they did is bump up the contrast. Part 3 still looks horrible. James, I don't think you're going to have to wait very long for the 4K releases of Friday the 13th movies. To be honest with you, I can't see any of those movies really benefiting for 4K. Maybe some of the later ones. I think Part 6 would look pretty good, maybe. And Part 8. I don't know. TJ Thoughts. Think the Kindred will really come to Blu-ray finally. Been like 30 years since DVD was invented. It hasn't been that damn long. The Kindred, the packaging is done. If you want to see the packaging, our interview with Don May Jr., he shows it. So it is definitely coming. I think there's a final check disc that he has to go over, and then it'll be out. I don't think it'll be out by Halloween or anything. I think it will come out this year, though. And it's when it comes out, the way they do it is it's out. You can order it, it'll ship. So they don't really do this big, long wait like Vinegar Syndrome and some of these other companies where, hey, you can order this shit in April and you'll get it in July. Synapse don't roll that way, man. But it's coming for sure. There's a lot of loons on those Scream Factory and Vinegar Syndrome collectors pages. They, you know this, you know. There's not a 4K of the Kindred. It's 4K remaster on Blu-ray disc. So guys, I'm going to get rolling out of here. Don did not mention Tenebrae or Phenomena as 4Ks in the works. If he still owns those, I'm almost positive he'll do them. The Elm Street box set, Scream Factory is working on it. Don't believe them when they say they're not. John Cressup, I actually have a Texas Chainsaw Massacre Wizard VHS tape, which is crazy money, and it's in almost mint condition. So I wonder what that'd go for now. Guys, y'all have a good night. Check us out on Patreon. Tomorrow on the Patreon site, we are putting up all kinds of shit from Fright Night Film Fest 2009, which was when they screened Into the Pit for the first time. So there's almost the entire update for tomorrow on DeadPitOnPatreon.com is Fright Night Film Fest 09 stuff. There's a lot of shit up on there. I mean, I haven't even calculated how many hours, but right now you're almost right at 200 Dead Pit regular episodes, like 150 some midweek shows. There's almost 80 fan commentaries on there. Your old cult podcast that Steve did years ago, there's like 30 of those, 31, 32 of those. It's just, it's insane. S'mores Indoors has said it's the best bang for your buck or something like that. Our buddy Corey. So, if you haven't checked it out, free for all patrons today. We did the midweek show. It's kind of like a Don Jones, director of The Force, passed away this last week. And he was one of his movies I'm very nostalgic over. And you can tell we play the interview for free. If you're a patron on there, you can check it out. If you're a $1 tier patron, check the interview out. A little bit of a tribute to him because he is, kind of, a lot of people don't get it, I don't guess. But yeah, I mean, I grew up with those movies, so, and I know he was sick for a while. But check that out, man. And I appreciate all you guys checking this video out and stuff. It went way longer than I thought it would. Arrivederci from Bottricci. Alright, you guys keep it creepy, and we will see you on Friday the 13th. If you didn't hear, our good buddy Junior Hubbard, a.k.a. Ron Sloan, from Friday the 13th Part 5, the best Friday the 13th movie. Well, it's my favorite. It's coming back, and we're going to talk horror with him and the new 13 Fanboy movie. So, we will see you guys next time, and like I said, keep it creepy. Let me get this shit ready here. Hang on just a second here. There we go. Yeah, Holy shit, is that true? The Wizard video Texas Chainsaw Massacre sold for $700. Holy shit. Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPitOnPatreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.